So let's assume we want to draw a plan, and let me say something like 8,000, sorry, I took my line 8,000, activate my auto, let me say 8,500, yeah, and then so this is the plan I want to draw. I'm drawing this plan, okay, so this is the 8,000 length. So I want it to be 225 mm thickness. I want it to be something like 4,500 apart, like this. Then and I have another line. Let me just draw another line. Let's say 9,000. Yeah. So I want it to be, sorry, it's 9,000 I drew. Okay, so I want it to be 225 apart. Set 225 apart. Like this. I want it to be 4,000 apart here. I want it to be 225 again. 225, and after putting it now, I want this one to be like 5,000 apart now. I'll be 3,000. 3,000 apart now. 3,000. No minute here is 3,000. Then 225 war. 225. This guy to be 225. Yeah, I want this guy to be 4,000 here too. 4,000. Okay. So let's say I have this plan. This is my plan. Let me extend them so that they touch the. Now this is my plan. Let me trim this one off. So this is my plan. So one thing you must know is that if you want to export to Orion, you can only export polyline and your lines and some other things, yeah, little things. Not that you export everything. Tears, you can export tears, polyline, and some those things that you use your line, polyline, and the tears in your AutoCAD. So for this particular one, now what I need to do is I have done the plan. I need to include the construction line. So what I will do is I will introduce I will use layers. So let me bring out my layers. This is my layers here. So I want a new layer. Let me say as is vertical, as is V. So let me set this as the current. So now I can use my construction line here. This is my construction line here. So I want it at however, I want it at the centroid, but it's hard for me to get the centroid of this place. Okay, I think it's giving me here. So I want it at the centroid of this place. So what I can always do is I don't need to stretch myself, just draw a straight line to touch the each of those axes. Just draw a straight line to touch them like this. So we will now we can now snap objects to I've done this. Let me do this. After doing this, we can always delete it back after. But what I intend to do is I want to use it to draw my so that I will use the center line of that particular line I'm drawing here to construct my construction line. So now the construction line I'm using, I want it to have a color, maybe color yellow, or let's use yellow. So I click on that, give it my yellow. Okay, now let's draw the construction line now. This guy, click it. So I want it at centroid of this. You'll see by the time I get to the center, if we train triangle at the center, so that means it's train triangle. However, this is vertical. I want to draw vertical, so I can choose V. V is what I want to draw. So you can see now I'm drawing the vertical ones now. Repeat construction line. So I'm through with the vertical construction line. So you can escape. Then the construction I can introduce another layer too if I like. As is horizontal, as is H. So I set this one as the same color. Now to do this one, I just draw my I take my construction line again, or I use repeat. So I come to the center of this particular one. Sorry. To make it easier, just click on it, then you tell it you want horizontal H. Enter, so it will give you horizontal directly without stressing yourself. So you can just click on it at the center of the. So I'm done. Now that is all on that. So what you just need to do is after you just delete those lines that you inserted, you delete it. Those small lines you use for your center line, you can delete it. Delete this. Delete this, and also this. Now, so now we have done our. Let me make them to have the same. Just draw a rectangle at the outside border like this. Then I trim other things outside. So you can go to trim here. Then you can just trim outside. So you have trimmed. Then after trimming, then you can delete the rectangle you drew. This rectangle we drew, you can delete it out. So this is what we want to draw. So you can see the drawing here now. So this drawing, we can give it a label. Let me give it a label. Or if it, well, you don't need to give it a label. Let's you can give it your label in Orion. So this drawing now, we can save it first. we save it as maybe we save it as tutor 1. So tutor plan. So now if you want to export to Orion, you must save as .dwf. So if I want to export this now, I will save it as, I will come to this place, save as. Then what I will now save it as will be, it will bring me this one. I will now say save at maybe 2013 DSF. So I'm saving it with this. You can see it .dxf. So you save. So once you have saved it as .dsf, that means your work is almost done. So what we just need to do is we can go to our Orion now. So we go to our Orion.